If you've read the book of Job, you know there was this challenge that took place behind the scenes in the spiritual world, how God bragged about how awesome Job was, and the devil said, nah, Job's not all that great. The only reason why he serves you is because he's blessed, he's got wealth, he's got a family, he's a man of honor. He's got all this stuff. He only serves you because of the fringe benefits. And so God says, no, he serves me because he loves me. And the enemy says, well, take it away and see if he doesn't curse you, because he will. So God says, you know what? You can take it away from him. God had confidence in Job's serving of him. And he was right. Everything was taken from Job, including his health. And in that process and struggle that was going on, Job was clueless about the things that were happening behind the scenes. Maybe you're going through something today. Maybe there's something happening you just don't understand, and maybe God's not answering you. But I want you to know that as Job navigated through this season, and his friends came with words of comfort, which actually were words of judgment, and telling Job that he must have sinned against God because bad things were happening. And that's what dumb people do. We think because bad things are happening that God is judging us, but he's not. Stuff just happens. But as we come to the conclusion of this book and the climax, we see that God himself comes to Job first. He does judge his friends, but listen, this is what God speaks to Job. Who is this that questions my wisdom with such ignorant words? Brace yourself like a man, because I have some questions for you and you must answer them. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you know so much. Who determined its dimensions and stretched out the surveying line? What supports its foundations, and who laid its cornerstone as the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Isn't that awesome? Who kept the sea inside its boundaries as it burst from the womb, and as I clothed it with clouds and wrapped it in thick darkness? For I locked it behind barred gates limiting its shores. I said, this far and no farther will you come. Here your proud waves must stop. Have you ever commanded the morning to appear and caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you made daylight spread to the ends of the earth, to bring an end to night's wickedness? As the light approaches, the earth takes shape like clay pressed beneath a seal. It is robed in brilliant colors. The light disturbs the wicked and stops the arm that is raised in violence. Have you explored the springs from which the seas come? Have you explored their depths? Do you know where the gates of death are located? Have you seen the gates of utter gloom? Do you realize the extent of the earth? Tell me about it if you know. Where does light come from and where does darkness go? Can you take each to its home? Do you know how to get there? But of course you know all this, for you were born before it all was created, and you are so very experienced. Wow. You talk about a humbling moment. And trust me, friends, when you read that scripture, Job was immediately humbled. And he repented of the questions and wonder about what God was doing. Well, that dissertation from God continues, and you ought to take some time to read it because it is fascinating. The thing that I want to bring out to this in the devotional, I realize this is a little longer than usual, but maybe you're going through stuff and you're questioning God. I just want you to read this section of Job and understand we have no business questioning anything that's going on in, around, and through our lives. He is God, and we are not. We are here to serve him. He is not here to serve us. Let's be his church.